Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel once again. If you're here because your washing machine is taking forever to fill up with water to start the rinse cycle or even the beginning of the cycle of cleaning, you're at the right place, because I'm going to show you how easy and simple it is in just a few minutes to how to troubleshoot that and figure out what the issue is. So come on in. Well, my wife came to me and says, we have a problem. I hope we don't have to buy a new washing machine. She says it's taken 45 minutes to just do the rinse cycle alone when doing a load of clothes. And I'm like, man, there's definitely something wrong. And some of the symptoms where I asked some questions about what has changed, what's different. She said it just seems like over the last few months, it's just taken longer and longer and longer to do the rinse cycle on a load of clothes. There's one of two things it could be. It could be the solenoid that shuts your water on and off. And I stopped and talked to the appliance store here locally, and he said if it's just the cold, then most likely your screens are clogged up in the hose. And he proceeded to tell me the reason why that's the case is because if you have a well, such as me, the sediment on the hot water will settle in the water heater tank. But if it's cold, then it's probably the settlement is getting caught in your screen. Because on these Silver Queens, those solenoids very seldom malfunction. But if they do malfunction, then it's most likely the water is leaking in slowly when you're not running the clothes washer, because there's pressure on that hose at all times, and that's usually how you can tell. Okay, in the back of your washing machine you have a hose such as this. It's going in here, it's going up, and it's coming out of the wall right here like this. So the first thing you do, make sure you turn that off, because man, you're gonna have quite a mess. And then take a set of channel locks, if you're not as strong as some people are. Makes it easier. Then make sure you have yourself a small bucket, because there's going to be water coming out of this hose most likely. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. Yep, a little bit of water coming out of there, especially when we come up on the backside. Now the top's the hot and the bottom's the cold, and that's too tight for my fingers. So like the other end, take a set of channel locks and loosen that up. There we go. Actually, I was wrong. Don't tell my wife I was wrong, because she thinks I'm brilliant. Tighten that back up. That's the cold, that's the hot. We want the cold. So let's break the top loose. And there's even more water running out. So we'll tuck that in there like that. And we will shine the light in here and sit. Look at that. All kinds of settlement in there. You got to get something in there to clean that grime out of there and settlement from the well. And you already got a sneak peek. Use a toothbrush. Do you change out your toothbrush every month or so, like the dentist suggests? Well, for me, it's time to change out my toothbrush. So I guess I'll be getting a new one. So go ahead and just kind of clean that. Some washing machines, you can get a hold of that screen and pull it out. But in this case, this one doesn't look like you can. And you can use any type of something that can get in there. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do that on the hot tube, but I won't show that in the video. It just makes the video longer and boring. And so we got that all nice and clean. And you want to clean clean this out because it was all dirty in there as well. The guy at Speed Queen said use these little dome rubber washers. And I'm like, well, how do I put that in? Do I put it in this way? Do I put it in this way? He said to put it in with the dome going against the water flow. Before you stick that rubber washer in here, you want to get rid of the washer in this that's in here already. Because what that'll do is there's not enough depth in here for this to go down in, and you can't get enough threads. And then use something to push that in. I got an old key laying here. I should use a screwdriver, but just kind of push that in there a little bit at a time the whole way around, and then put it on here and screw it into place. After you get it hand tight, and then take your channel locks again and kind of snug it up. I'll go ahead and put a link below where on Amazon you can find these dome washers to make it easier for you. And then you got the other end, you put it back on. Repeat with the channel locks, because you want to make sure these are on tight, because with the vibration over the time period, years or whatever, it could loosen up and then you could have a major leak. And then go ahead and repeat with the bottom. I'm not going to show that, but do that on the hot too. Don't forget to turn the water back on, or it's going to appear that you have even deeper problems. Let's go ahead and run some water and see how this is. You turn it on, whatever settings you set it. Turn that on. Man, that's just flying in there. Hear that? Okay, another job well done. Talk about simple. But you know, this is the stuff that trips you up, or then you end up calling a service guy, and before you know it, you got a $150 service call to pay for. And that something is just so simple. So if you liked the content and you thought it was helpful, go ahead and give the channel a thumbs up, ring that bell, because I think I have another problem with the dryer. So when I get a time to change that out because it's squealing, making noise, I'll post that video when that time comes. Like always, have a great day.